So, before we finish this episode up, we have to deal with one of the weirdest levels in this game. It's actually probably one of my favorites just because of the design behind it. It has a mechanic that is just... I don't know of it existing in any other game full stop, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Because it's very weird. I will explain this when it becomes a bit more relevant, but for the time being, I just want to get this opening section out of the way. I want to try to also speak in a way that actually makes sense and that is coherent. So here I'm just switching between the pistol and the RPG because I don't want to waste all my rockets. I want to be able to hang on to a few of them because there's a couple of battle lords in this level. I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. And this also doesn't exactly help my cause here either, especially when I'm only killing one enemy per rocket when they're quite clearly bunched up together like that. Like, that was some bullshit right there. No contest. That was just absolute bullshit. I don't know what the hell's with my aiming when it comes to using the RPG today, but it is not very good. But for right now, we're just going to have to deal with this. Come on, brain. I've already scrapped one segment because you didn't want to play along with me today. I ate a sandwich. Does that not count as brain food? Whatever. I'm killing a bunch of enemies. I don't think it would be that interesting to begin with anyway, so... Would be nice if I lived. That will help me a great deal. So... This level is weird because it is basically just another circular level like in Spin Cycle, but it uses a much different mechanic. Spin Cycle for the most part pretty much behaved itself. This one is weird though, because we stand here, I'm going to go 360 degrees. I've managed to go 360 degrees in case anybody was doubting it, but we have... Despite this, I have found myself in an area that is, for the most part, completely different. So the question now is, have I fucked with your heads, or am I actually telling the truth? The answer is, I've done both. That's how amazing this level is, because in order to go back to where we were, we'll go in the same direction, but we've actually had to walk another 360 degrees. So this thing requires you, for a full, I guess, sort of circle, to go 720 degrees. Hell, even the auto map can't make heads or tails of the craziness that is this level. I have no idea how in the hell they are able to make this function, but they have, and it's amazing. So, let's go ahead and hit these switches, because that's just going to trigger the first of these idiots. I want to get this one out of the way, because I should be able to get my way to the shrink ray as long as he's out of the way. Oh, shit. That's no good. Okay, I think I might want to approach this in a different way. Even though this is a stupid thing to do because it just ends up... It just takes us back here again. So, anybody who has any doubt, though, will look at this. And then when you look out here through one of these windows... Did I not tell you? You could consider it to be like some sort of weird like portal setup system or whatever the hell. But no. It's just they've somehow managed to layer 2 rooms that look exactly the same, just entirely on top of each other, and make them look completely and utterly seamless. Aside from, you know, transitioning from what looks like a mechanical thing into walls that are just completely covered in green ramen noodles. So, now that I have the shrink ray, getting rid of these enemies is going to be an absolute cakewalk. I just got to go and find this second one that's around here. Oh, hello. I need the... Oh, shit! Fuck off. Game. Okay. The fact that both of them are around there means that it's an absolutely horrible idea to shrink one and kill it, because the other one is just going to rip me a new asshole before I can move here. Move again. That's the one. I was running out of breath as I was saying that. Can I get this? Yes, I can. Where's the other one? Oh, shit. Oh, you ass. Okay, get that. Whoa, I was pretty damn close to that bomb. That would have killed me. Okay, do I have pipe bombs? Yes, I do. I think there should be another couple of boxes of those if I know where to look. I might not know where to look, but I should know where to look. This is always useful, so... Oh yeah, there's the other pipe bombs. Not that I really need them, because I think I got rid of all of those women anyway. So there's those two, there is that one, yeah. Got rid of all of those, and I believe that's all the enemies as well, so... That's pretty much it for the level. These atomic hells are entirely useless, so the next thing you want to do is you want to open this by hitting the switch. And the only way to get in here is to shrink yourself. You could do the whole jumping trick thing that I tried to do in Toxic Dump. I'm still not entirely sure if that works in the World Tour edition of the game. So we'll just do it the normal way, and we have finished this level.
Ready for action.
So now that is out of the way, it's probably one of my favourite levels, that actually, just because of... I don't know what the hell... I don't know what for the life of me what that effect would be called or anything like that. It's just really kind of cool. It's interesting. And you will see it a couple more times in this LP because there are a couple of other levels that do that. So let's go ahead and restart. Reset our weapon gear here. And we will go ahead and take care of this Overlord level, which is the last level of this episode. I think I was... Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to use the shotgun. Shotgun to take care of all the enemies here, and then I can just head on back down once I've picked this thing up. And then I can knock some shit over. But what I want to do first, actually, is I want to get to another secret, which is accessed by doing this. We'll get you the freeze thrower, and then the secret in here will get you an RPG. So now I get to go in here, knock over those guys. Did I knock them all over? Yes, I did. And then from here, I want to hit this atomic health. And then getting into that room requires me to go into this weird vent thing. If I can make the jump. It's not a difficult jump, it's just I was being a royal arse at it, and I fell out. Great. So, aside from the fact that this is the last level of the episode, it's actually interesting for another reason, and that is you can actually fuck the level progression of this entire episode up from this level. It doesn't work quite as well in this version though, so when I do get around to showing it off at the end of this segment, I will be doing it in the Megaton edition. I know that the level progression fucks up in the Megaton edition because I learned this trick from a speed run of that game, and it was the Megaton edition that was being used for that speed run. So, next difficult part is going to be that Battle Lord just over there. Shouldn't be that difficult. It wouldn't be that big of a deal if I didn't take so much damage from those explosions and got myself killed immediately. So let's go ahead and try that again. Back the fuck up so that we don't actually take too much damage from here. And then we want to just pump our rockets into this idiot, and then it's taken a whole bunch of the damage that it possibly can take from those rockets, so it's just a matter of using the shells that I just picked up and rinsing this idiot. So, it's not that big of a deal. I think I was on another sort of thought train, but I kind of lost it. It shouldn't surprise me, I always lose my thought trains. If I can remember what it is, and that would be fantastic. In the meantime, though, I have to deal with more of these idiots, because they're all over the fucking place, and I know I've got this portable med kit, but I don't want to really waste it, so... Again, more enemies that are spawned by killing females. Okay, fine, I'll do that. There's a crack in the wall here, blow that shit up. Make sure I clear the road, and it will get me some more pipe bombs. These pipe bombs are also quite nice, actually, because I get to throw them up here, and I get to do a whole bunch of shenanigans with that. Now, if I had some RPG rounds, that would be lovely. Oh, well, I've got a shrink ray though, so that will do the trick. Come on. Alright. So, last level of the episode here. I remember now. Yay, I remember I was talking about fucking up level progression. Although I think I actually finished that train of thought. Okay, let's just move on. I have a whole bunch of enemies that I need to get through before getting onto both the boss and the fucking around with shit. So, I learned a whole bunch of the tricks from this game just by watching that one speedrun. It was from Awesome Games Done Quick 2014. It was pretty cool. Every time I go back and watch it, I actually learn something new about that speedrun. Like, for example, the help screen that he sort of brought up towards the end of the second level. I found out that that was actually a mandatory thing, or it was essential for the run at the very least. But what it actually does is it lets you trigger 2 level X triggers at the same time, so that you just skip the death row level entirely, which I thought was pretty cool. Reason for that is because at the end of the second level, in the first episode, you're supposed to get captured. He was able to get over to the other side where the nuke button is and hit that instead, and then just brought up the help screen. I think the internal clock still runs when you do so, and I think that's what causes you to be able to trigger the both of them at the same time. But anyway, it was kind of cool. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this little alcove area sort of thing here. Do I have pipe bombs? Yes, I do. I'm going to need them. Okay. That's not what I want. Probably should just be... Can I... Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, you fucking asshole. I kind of don't want to lose my health before fighting the boss of this episode. So can we just not have that happen? Oh well, that's what this thing's here for. I don't think there are any other things though. Any other atomic hells? Okay, whatever. So now, why am I hitting this? Because of this. This is how you fuck with the level progression in this episode, because you're not supposed to have access to this nuke button. It's intended... It's in here for the sole purpose of just having an exit trigger. If you're doing if you're playing this level on multiplayer, you'll have access to this. Normally you're not supposed to. And that's how you fuck with the level transition, because if you exit that way, it'll actually take you to the spin cycle level, which is the first secret level. So with that now out of the way, we don't actually have to hit this, because when we approach this,
I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck.
The door will open automatically. Had to just sort of wait until Duke said his famous one-liner thingy there. And then for the last secret of this level, I get an atomic health. Yay, I thought we didn't have to... Thought there wasn't any of those left. So, anyways, this is the Overlord. He is probably my favourite of the bosses. His attack pattern's quite simple. He just throws a whole bunch of missiles at you. That's about all that he does. But he looks cool, and it is implied that he is amphibious. And that is him dying. And this is Duke showing that he is nothing if not punctual. I'm not entirely sure if punctual is the correct term for that, but point is, he was going to say he was going to rip his head off and shit down a snack. So, he's a man of his word. I think it goes without saying. And now for some reason he's got the jetpack on. I like how he has a jetpack on just pretty much all the time in Duke 3D, even though for the most part I just don't have it in this playthrough just because of the nature of the pistol start. That's about it. So, it's been revealed here that the whole moon base thingamabob was just an entire diversion plot, and so now he has to go back down to Earth and deal with all the shit that's happening down there while he was gone. So that's Overlord, and that is about the end of the second episode of the game. At this point now, I'm going to cut the segment, and I'm going to come back once I have the Atomic Edition, no, not the Atomic Edition, the Megaton Edition up, so that I can show off all the level progression fuckery that you can do in that version of the game. Okay, so now we're in the Megaton Edition. Let's just go ahead and open this thing up. Assuming I know exactly where I need to stand here. Alright, here we go. And now what we want to do is we want to hit this nuke button. And as I said earlier, when you exit the level using this, it will take us to spin cycle. The safest assumption here is that this is just where the game is supposed to take you if you take this exit in a deathmatch setting or like a multiplayer game or something like that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is turn the monsters off. I'm also going to turn the clipping off so that we don't have to waste too much time in this level. We can just skip all the way over here and proceed onward out of this level. So since you've entered this level, which is supposed to be a secret level using a regular exit level trigger, that's what's going to fuck with the progression here, because yes, it takes you back here, which is where you're supposed to end up. But the fuck-ups start to happen when you exit this level. Because you've used a secret level exit trigger, which was what the exit was in the previous level, that's where the progression's going to fuck up, because you're supposed to end up at Lunar Reactor when you finish Tiberius Station. What happens instead is you end up back at Lunatic Fringe. For some inadequately explored reason. And if you walk in through here, it'll take you to the exit. And then if you use this, you've basically gone and done the same thing again, and have triggered another secret level exit trigger, and have placed the secret level flag on this level, which is supposed to, it's Overlord, it's the last level. So we're all the way back here again. And for the record, it is possible to blow all these up in a chain reaction, but you got to know which one to blow up. Obviously I do not, and I'm just wasting time here because I'm meant to be showing shit off. No reason to open it up because I'm just meant to be fucking around here. So, since you've increased the level counter by 1 here, and because this is tagged as a secret exit, using this will cause the game to take you to the 12th level of Episode 2. Episode 2 does not have a 12th level. So the only way the game can make it heads or tails of this is to take you to Raw Meat. This is the first level of Episode 3, so you also get a nice little sneak peek of what you're going to be looking at in tomorrow's segment. But the fun doesn't stop here. Oh no, it does not stop here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show this off, because I don't see myself showing this off at any other point, but here we have a message from Levelord saying no one should be here. And they should, and we shouldn't, because this is actually a section from the level that comes after Raw Meat, called Bankroll. Now, you can even go over there, so... The question now is, because that's the second level, are you expecting to go there? Because if you are, I have some bad news for you. Because the game still thinks you're in Lunar Apocalypse, and I actually forgot to show off the automap here because it actually tells you in the automap that you're still in the second episode, as well as this whole background thing that shows you that you're in the second episode.
Nobody steals our chicks.
For some reason, the only way the game can make any logical sense of this is to take you back to the first level of the second episode. Obviously. To the game, it makes sense. To us, it's just more of a mindfuck. And so from here, the level progression goes back to normal, because if you go and finish this level, you will go to the incubator level, which is where you're supposed to go. So that is it for the level fuckery in this episode. And we're going to finish the segment by showing off that this ship is in fact called the USS Framerate. So yeah, there you go. That's the end of the second episode of this game. Next time I'll be back on the World Tour Edition, and we will also be back on Terra Firma as we get cracking on the 3rd episode of the game. So I shall see you for that.